let me have you give me a rolling clap.
Roll it, and
up. Good. So today we are going to be looking at a very important topic, security tips, okay?
Yeah.
We are going to be looking at security tips for you children. Most of the times you are out of your parents' sight, okay? And then what happens? Are you able to know that there is danger? What am I supposed to do? Oh, this place, I'm not supposed to be here. What am I supposed to do? Mommy and daddy, they are not there to tell you what to do. So as children, there are basic tips, basic security tips that you should know, and that even when daddy and mommy, they are not there, they should be able to guide you to safety depending when daddy and mommy will come, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited to learn this thing?
Yeah.
Good. Our first security tip is to know your name, your daddy's name, your mommy's name, your daddy and mommy's phone number, and of course where you live. These first security tips, can we go over them? Know your name.
Know your father's name.
Good.
Know your mother's name. Know
Good.
your father and mother's phone number. And know where you live.
Good. A sound clap. Now, you are supposed to know your name, okay?
Yeah.
Now, what is your name?
My name is Christian Shushati.
Good. A sound clap. He said his name is Christian Sushati, okay? But do you know something is missing?
Yes.
Do you know something is missing?
Yes.
Okay, so now tell me your name.
My name is Chivite Pivika.
A sound clap. He said his name is Chivite Peviga. Is something missing?
Yes.
Is something missing?
Yes.
No, something is not missing because he told us his name and his surname. Okay? There are some persons that daddy calls you Beauty, which is not your real name. And then when something happens to you, maybe you're stranded somewhere and they ask you of your name and you say, my name is Beauty, they will not know. But at least there are people that know your daddy and mommy. So when you call your name and call your surname, they are able to say, okay, yes, that's Peviga's son. Oh, Peviga is a lecturer in Benue State University. You understand now? They'll be able to trace and take him to his parents, okay? Yeah. So that is the reason why you should know your real name. You know your name and your surname. The next one is that you should know their phone numbers. How many of you know your parents' phone number? Good, a sound clap. So I'm giving you an assignment today. Those of you that don't know, if you go home, know your daddy and mommy's phone numbers. If you don't have mommy, you have daddy, know his phone number. If you don't have daddy, you have mommy, know her phone number, okay? Yeah. So it is very important because sometimes you might find yourself in a very difficult situation, or maybe you are in school. Though mostly your schools have your parents' phone number, but in a case where your school is not that average and they don't readily have your parents' contact, and something happens to you, went to school and then you're sick. Do you know that when you are able to call out your phone number, you've been able to address an emergency situation, which might put you in danger, but because you know your parents' contact, they are able to call them and then they rush down to the school, pick you, and then you are out of danger, okay? So if you don't know your parents' phone number, it's an assignment for you today that you should go home and then get to know your parents'
phone number.
Good. The next one is your parents' address, where you stay, your house address. You should be able to know your house address. It is quite unfortunate that in our setting here, we don't really have readily mapped out addresses, but you are able to know your landmark. You should be able to know a known school that is close to your house, but you should be able to know a hospital that is close to your house, or a church. That in whatever situation you'll be able to say, okay, it is this place, my house is close to this place. That is we don't have a correctly mapped out address. But if you look at developed countries, they will tell you, I'm at number 133 so Downing Street, and then you go there and the house is there. But for some of us that we don't have a clearly mapped out addresses, we use what? Landmarks, okay? So you should be able to know the area your house is, the landmark, the known church that is there, the hospital that is there, or if it's a school, you will know, okay? How many of you know your address, where your house is? Good, I have good children. A sound clap. So Victor, what is your address?
I live deep in police barracks near the cashew tree, number 288.
Good, a sound clap. He knows, at least he is opportune to have a very mapped out address, okay? So Chivite, can you be able to tell me where or the area you live? So ask mommy and daddy today, okay? Now, who else?
I live in Xavier Model School, room 6.
Give her a sound clap. But you are not living in the school. You will say you live opposite or behind or after or beside, okay? That's why we are using those landmarks, so that anyone can ask, oh, where is Xavier primary school here? And then, oh, that's Xavier, it's at Akpehe, and then they are tracing and they are carrying you. Anyone else who wants to tell us where their house is located or where it is? Okay, it's an area.
I live at Muruku Market, Akpehe level 2, Dinas Street number 4, Waluku.
Beautiful, a sound clap. Do you hear that? She was able to give the street and the house and all that. So it is very important that you know these three things to always be safe, okay? Our next security tip is what? Do not eat anything given to you by stranger. Do not what?
Eat anything given to you by stranger.
Good. Do not eat anything given to you by a stranger. Most times you find yourself someone giving you something and then if it's possible to reject it, reject, okay? If it's possible to reject it, reject it. But a situation whereby you cannot reject it, you collect it and take it to mommy and daddy, or an elderly person that or an elderly person you were there with, okay? Okay?
Yes.
Good. Next point is do not climb the fence.
The next point is do not climb the fence.
Good. For instance, you the boys, is you that you feel, I'm a big boy, I can do anything. You from that fence and fall down and break your leg or your hand or even die. Sometimes you're playing football, and then possibly the football went over to the next compound, and then you as a strong boy, you are saying, let me climb. You climb through the fence and go to the other side and pick your ball and climb back. Safety tip is telling you to do what?
Do not climb the fence.
It's telling you what?
Do not climb the fence.
Good, you're not supposed to climb the fence. What do you do in such a situation? You come out from your house, go through the next compound and through the gate, pick your ball and come out. Is that clear?
Yes.
So that you will stay safe for your parents, okay? You will not break your
hand.
You will not break your
leg.
Good. A sound clap.
Excellent.
Our next security tip is that do not walk outside your compound alone. Do not what?
Do not walk your compound alone.
Do not what?
Do not walk outside your compound alone.
Good. At every point you want to go out, make sure you tell your parents, okay?
Yeah.
Even if you're going to fetch water, go. Mommy, daddy, I want to go and fetch water outside, and then you go. All right?
Yeah.
And then while going, you have someone go with you, because there are a lot of things happening. People are being kidnapped. People are being taken elsewhere where they don't know. Okay? Good. So you should always be vigilant about that. Now, the next one. Are we listening?
Yes.
The next security tip that I'm going to take you, mind you, I told you that Auntie Yanga is coming to take you part of these security tips, okay? And when she comes, she will tell you very interesting ones that you would work with and you will stay safe for your parents. Now, the last one I'm going to teach us is that you should not trust strangers easily, okay? The next one is what?
Do not trust strangers easily.
Good. Now, this is a serious one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know someone and they call you by your name. Do you know that even if you want to be strict with them, but because they called you by your name, you will be relaxed. Oh, it seems this person knows me. So from today, we are saying that you should not trust strangers easily until you know them, you understand them. It is possible. Do you know that sometimes your name is written at your backpack, your school bags? That's why we have always said that do not write names of children on their school bags. If you want to make a tag inside somewhere that is not visible to strangers, because once they call your child's name, they'll kind of be relaxed. They will feel there are people they know when they do not know them. So that should also be a warning. Okay?
Yeah.
Your names are written somewhere. Maybe perhaps that stranger saw your name somewhere and called. But deep down, they want to harm you. Okay?
Yes.
So we are saying that do not trust strangers easily. While we are working on trying to hide your names, even if your backpack, your school uniform, they want to tag it, they'll write your name under it where people cannot see it. Because once they see it and they call your child by their names and they call you by your name, you kind of feel that, this person knows me. Do you feel that way?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. That is why you shouldn't trust strangers easily, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that's the much we can take on this segment of the program. Let's now go on a very quick break. When we come back, we will join Auntie Yuange for the next security tips for your kids. Do stay with us. Children,
Auntie.
it's good to be with you again, continuing talking about the security tips. As Auntie Winifred had already begun, security tips are to help you stay safe and to do what? help you stay safe and keep you out of danger. Help you stay safe and keep you out of danger. Exactly. You know, children, most times your parents are not with you, and parents, you know, most times you're not with your children. So these security tips today are to help you at home as well, to know what to do when you find yourself lost or in any situation where you feel endangered, you feel stranded, you feel, you know, without help. What should you do? So we're going to continue, and we have 5 more tips I'm going to tell you. This one says, never go anywhere with a stranger. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Say it again.
Never go anywhere with a stranger.
No matter the reasoning, no matter what the person tells you, you say, oh, your mommy said I should bring you. Your mommy is at the hospital. She said I should bring you. Oh, your daddy's phone has been switched off. He was involved in an accident. He said you should come with me. He said you should come with me. Say no. Say what?
No.
And if the person insists, shout. Do what?
Shout.
How will you shout? Good. It's okay. It's okay. You shout so the neighbors can come help. Okay. You shout that way because you're shouting for help. Okay. Because maybe the person feels you're a child and you're small, he can just catch you, you know, just get hold of you and take you by force. Because you have learned the importance of security, of being safe, okay? So never go anywhere with a stranger. The next one is this. Do not allow anybody to touch your body parts inappropriately. Do not allow anybody to touch your body inappropriately. What?
Do not allow anybody
to touch your body inappropriately. Good. There are inappropriate touches, for children. Somebody is touching you, touching your body parts. You have learned part of the body, right? Yeah. Touching you anyhow, putting his hand or her hands in your clothes. Is that right?
No.
Your clothes is for you. Your body is your body. Your body is
your body.
It's personal. So nobody should touch your body anyhow. Be rubbing you all over. It's not right. Do not let anybody touch your body inappropriately. It's a security tip. It's a what? Security tip. Good. Now, when you get lost, this is the next one. When you get lost at a supermarket or at an event, a birthday party, just somewhere, if you get lost at an event or a wedding, sometimes even at church, when you get lost, stay where you are. When you get lost, do what? Stay where you are. That's why it's good to know your name and your parents' name, as Auntie Winifred said. When you get lost and you stay where you are, maybe you see another parent, you see another woman or another mother with her children, okay? You can call her for help. You can say, please, ma'am, I'm lost. You can say what? Please, ma'am, I'm lost. I can't see my mommy and my daddy. And then she'll ask you, what is your name? And you can say your name. What is your name?
My name is Tolumontengu P.
Good. If you get lost at an event or at a party, or at the supermarket, and you stay where you are, and you see somebody that wants to help, maybe at a supermarket, you can locate the counter. You know where the counter is?
Yeah.
That is, the counter is where they sell, where somebody stands to attend to you, collect your money, and give you your goods, give you your products or your goods, offer the services, and then take the money from you. Okay? That is the counter. So you walk straight to the counter and you can tell him, please, I'm lost. I'm lost. And he'll say, oh, what's your name, little child or little boy, little girl, what's your name? And you tell the person, my name is Tolumontengu P, right?
Yes.
Good. And then you can get help immediately. And he asks you, what is your daddy or your mommy's name? You say that name and you can get help, okay?
Yes.
Good. So when you get lost, don't start going up and down. You're running helter-skelter because crying, I'm lost. I can't see my mommy. I can't see my daddy. And then you're running. You're going to another place. You're getting more lost. You're getting more lost. If you get lost, that means you just didn't see your mommy and daddy again. Don't panic. Always remember what? Don't panic. That means don't be afraid. Don't be crying. Stay where you are and help will come, okay? Do not share your name, your phone numbers, or your address with anyone except in emergency situations. Okay?
Yes.
Now, what are emergency situations? Emergency situations are like when you get lost, when you don't know where you are. You were going somewhere with your parents and suddenly there was a crowd of people coming and then you got lost in the crowd. That is when you can tell somebody, a big grown-up that you see around with children too. Or the security. You know people dressed up like the police, the soldiers, the Nigerian army. You know their uniforms. And you know the security people, how they dress. So you can walk up to them and they'll be proud of you. You are so bold. So what is your name? What is the phone number of your parents? What is your house address? And they can help you. But you don't see anybody, any child, any other person on the street, and you just pass them by. You don't even know the person and nothing. And you just say, hey, my name is Tiolomontengo Pay, and my house address is number 2, Nase Close at Akpehe Logo 1, and the phone number of my parents is this, and we have 2 cars in our house, and my parents just traveled to Abuja yesterday. They'll come back. That is so wrong. That is what?
So wrong.
Good. Never do that. It is putting you and your family in danger. It is doing what?
Putting you and your family in danger.
It is doing what?
Putting you and your family in danger.
The last but not the least, if you're not comfortable with something, never do it. If you're not comfortable with something, never do it. If your friends are doing it, whatever it is, it's wrong. Maybe they are all staying at a place, maybe going to steal something. You know, friends now, peer pressure and all that. As young as you are, or maybe they are talking about somebody, or they are planning a coup to beat somebody up, or they are planning something bad, something terrible. It's not good. And if you are not comfortable with it, follow your instincts. Do what? Follow your instincts. Good. Children have very strong instincts. When you're not comfortable with something, you feel it's wrong, you feel it's bad, do not partake in it. Do not partake in it. No matter whether all your friends, no matter if all your friends are doing it, if it's not right, it's not comfortable by you, don't do it. Okay? This could be something as easy, as I said, planning to beat somebody up, or taking off your clothes and swimming in a pool at home. So if you're not comfortable with something like that, do not do it. You go somewhere, everybody's eating, you're not comfortable with it, don't eat it. Okay? Moreover, I've told you about eating food from strangers, how not good that is. Okay? So I believe you've learned a whole lot today, from knowing your name, knowing your house address, to staying where you are when you get lost, to not telling strangers about yourself and all that. So when you go, don't keep them to yourself, okay? Tell your friends as well. So you have taken somebody out of ignorance as well, okay?
Yes.
Now, parents, teaching your children security tips or safety tips can actually help them in attending to life's challenging situations, wherever they find themselves. As tender as they are, you never can tell. But when they are being taught, as we have done today, I believe they have been equipped to stay out of danger and also boost their confidence and resilience in any situation they find themselves. That is the much we can actually go on this very educative episode of Children's Garden on Benue Television. Next week, we'll make a return with another interesting fun-filled package of the program. My name is Iwange Baja. On behalf of Auntie Winifred and the children, we say bye.
Bye.